Peace and blessings, everybody. How you doing? This is James White at LTC. That is Let's Stay Together. On this channel, we are all about marriage and everything to do with marriage. We are looking to stay together. Check this out. One of the motivations or scriptures that we use to promote this channel is the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 9. And that saying, it says, Therefore, God has joined together what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Yeah, and I was reflecting on something that that happened some time ago. I was speaking with a young man about marriage and everything, and he said that he had a communication problem with his wife, and I said, "Oh, really?" He's a young businessman, just like I am, and everything. He said, "What is something that you could do?" And I said, "Let your wife work for you." He said, "Let my wife work for me?" I said, "Yeah, let your wife work for you." He said, "How would that work?" And it just made me think. I gave him the example. I said, "How many hours do we usually get to spend with our spouses in a day?" He said, "Probably from the time that we get home from work. And then, we usually probably to bed by 10 or so." I said, "Exactly. So if you get off at 5 and go to bed around 10, that's only 5 hours that you really get time to spend with your spouse." I said, "But if your spouse works with you, you both become entrepreneurs and you're doing the business together, that forces good communication skills. Or even if it's not good, it forces you guys to have a relationship. You're around each other more." Same thing was with my wife and I when we first got married. I already had a business, but when we came together, she started working with me, and I had her on the payroll. She was learning the business, learning every test I had to do, learning all the paperwork that I had to do, everything. It just caused us to have to communicate, whether if it was in business or whether if it was in love. All of the above. So that's one of the things I was reflecting on, and I told him, and I also take it for myself. So as I tell somebody some information, I also am talking about myself. So yes, this is LTC, Let's Stay Together. I am James White. Hey guys, like, subscribe, hit the notification buttons when you see these shorts or when you see anything that we're doing. Help support us, because we are in the army of marriage. We are trying to push God's creation, God's plan forward. All right, love you. Look forward to seeing you soon. All right, peace.